This is a country called Angola. It is located in Africa, the continent of Africa. This I'm saying just in case we have an American audience. No, okay, I'm kidding. Angola has the second largest oil reserve in Africa. It's also one of the top oil exporters. But Angola right now has a huge problem. The people of the country are not benefiting at all from these natural reserves or their minerals. So there's a lot of activity around the oil industry in Angola. When power changes, ministers changes, they all want a piece of the pie, and OPEC left in January after 16 years. So a lot has been happening. But the government then comes back to the people and tells the people that they're increasing the oil prices in Angola by 33%. Now, remember what happens in Angola is that as much as they have so much oil, crude oil, they don't have refineries, meaning that the country then exports the oil, but they buy oil, refined oil from other nations, making it very expensive for them. And it just does not make sense to me or anyone listening to this why the government itself will not make their own refinery in-house, just like Dangote did now in Nigeria. It makes a lot of sense to have your own refinery and then you export finished goods, just like Burkina Faso has done recently. But the government doesn't want to change anything, and then they take the responsibility to the people, which has now caused riots in Angola. I admire the youth of Angola for standing up for themselves, and they organize a peaceful protest across the country of Angola. But the government, of course, wants to silence them and push back by bringing in the soldiers or the military of the country. And that turned into a riot. The riot then, like a number of people have been unalived and a lot of people arrested and injured. Now, this is the pushback and the fear that is instilled in the youth in Africa generally. Because similarly, in South Africa, I remember during the GNU uh, saga, there were threats by the government itself that should there be a protest on those decisions, the military will be deployed. That is not right. We can exercise our human rights. But one thing about the youth of Angola, Kenya, etc., is that they stand on business. Unlike South Africa, there's so many things that have happened, so many things that the government is currently doing today. I spoke about the Mzumbe situation of our minerals just being taken and the people not being considered and our human rights being violated. The youth never does anything until go votelo kuluva or whatever. But when it comes to important things that affect the economy, very far and few between, or seldom will you see the youth of South Africa get up and do something. I'm pointing this out to instill it and drill it in our minds that let us use our voices and our platforms and our time. We are unemployed, we're not doing much about it. There is so much happening, but we don't do anything about it. And if we consider ourselves as one of the best countries in Africa, and we do nothing about things like this, and the people with less than what we have, according to us, are able to stand up for themselves and their human rights and stand against governance that is not doing right by them, we should be ashamed. We should be ashamed. I wish Angola all the best, and I hope that they win and they manage to change their governance just like the rest of Africa, the majority of Africa. We need to change all of this. This can't be it. We have too much. We have minerals. We have human resource, which is very, very important. We have the numbers. We have the minerals. We have educated people. We can't keep going this way. Mm-mm.